So welcome to the show. It is The Journey with your host Kevin Kamau, aka Ken Kam, Ken Kam, and my sign name is Kevin. The K on my the eyebrows. Yeah, and today here with me in studio I have one of our guests who have taken part in this journey of the ministry in our schools and has helped us mostly in the Kamboi School for the Deaf and Kamboi School for the Hearing Impaired. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Much welcome. So I want you to give us a brief description of who is this person next to me in this studio.
Okay, hello. My name is Edith Mũthoni Kamau and I'm delighted to be here. And remember, my sign name is from M. So I'm happy to be here and to talk about this service to God. And thank you for inviting me to this talk.
Wow. So to start with, the Reverend Don is our chaplain in Kamboi Presbytery, and can you give us the encounter with you and her and your take in getting into this ministry of spreading the word in our high school and primary school children?
Well, I don't even know where to start because Rev Don is passionate about serving God's purpose. In serving God's purpose, you must be zealous about it. It doesn't come naturally, but you must be conscious of the needs of the people. And so Rev Don has been my personal friend for quite a while. Maybe like more than 10 years ago, I met Rev Don. I've lived with her, and I can tell you, I can assure you that she is so passionate about people with different needs. And the youths, almost calling her Rev Wama Youths, because she has passion for the young ones. And that's where it all starts when we come to serving God. And I know that when it comes to serving God, you must be conscious of the need. And Rev Don is a good example of the consciousness of service to God and trusting God's timing. She knows how to do it, let me tell you. I remember years ago while living with Rev Don, my passion for sign, by the way, I'm a sign language interpreter. And my passion for sign language did not start just normally. As we say that being passionate about the work of God is coming into the consciousness of the needs of the people. And so, while living with Reverend Dawn, as she was serving another special needs group, I could see the passion. Walk with the people. I had deaf friends, so many of them, and I didn't have the passion to do sign language, but I can remember up to date the lecture I got from that friend of mine until I had a self-search to know that it doesn't come naturally. It must be a desire. And the desire, it's only God who can give us the desire to do his work and to serve his purpose. And so my friend told me, are you even okay? Your mind problem what? Until I understood sign language, and I didn't know. I only knew hello, hi, but I never had the passion. Never had the passion. And the person, the friend, told me, are you okay? You problem what? Ukona akili ziko na problem. Why? Alikasirika. She was so angry. Why? Because I wasn't conscious of the need she had for an interpretation. I wasn't able to communicate with her, and she gave me a lecture until the passion, or my mind became conscious of the passion or the desire for this person to be understood and to communicate. And so I thank God that I got the passion. It's not easy. Even serving God's purpose, it's not easy. And so Reverend Dawn, in my personal walk with her, I have noted that God must give me the desire to serve. And so I passionately do it without even murmuring, because I know it's God I'm serving and I'm trusting his timing.
Wow, 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 wow. So basically, what are the challenges that we face in ministering to deaf people, the deaf community? Because sometimes even in our churches, you find one of the major challenges I find, even in our churches, some of our churches don't have sign language interpreters, and you find people, the deaf community struggling to get the word, to listen to the word. So that being one of the challenges, what other challenges are there out there in the deaf ministry or serving, trying to get the word to reach the deaf community?
Thank you for that question. As I said before, we must come into the consciousness of the need of the people, the deaf, to be specific. And Reverend Dawn has the passion. I can say without no doubt that even the desire for her to serve, to include people, the inclusivity that she involves in her service is to the people. And I like the fact she says that she loves doing it to the people who may probably not give back. And that is what we call God's service. I can even attest that she even funds the transport and the facilitators to facilitate even the institution that maybe they do not have a way to facilitate the people who come and preach, to preach the gospel to everyone, that everyone will hear the gospel. So the challenges are there because we don't have many facilitators. She has to go into her pocket and fund some of the facilitators, and that is quite showing the desire. And I pray that God will give more resources to her, because honestly, they have been missing a lot. From my experience, I've gone to the several institutions that she preaches the gospel and do even counseling free of charge. Not even charge, and even going back deep from her pocket to fund, even to care for those children. So this again calls for the desire to serve God's purpose. And so the challenges like the facilitators, the funding, the transport we need, and even the awareness, because many people are not aware of the needs. Many people are not conscious of the needs of the students and the people that she ministered. Even the parents. The parents are also need to be ministered to, because the situation, the livelihoods of the people living with such people, the communication breakdown is real, and those students feel that they are never understood. Why? There is no communication. And so coming into helping those people to have a better communication, the things can only be better. God's purpose can only be fulfilled. And so those challenges are there, but I thank God that she has, the Rev Dawn has the passion to make it better. And soon we are hoping that things will get in line. Yes.
Thank you very much. And talking, the deaf community is one of the areas that we have persons with disabilities. And looking at the disability in our country, some, although right now the awareness was created, but back then you will find a parent have given birth to a person with disability, maybe deaf, maybe someone is has paralyzed or can't walk, and they tend to hide these kids. What is your advice to that parent who have a person with disability and they are hiding them back at home?
Oh yes, yes, people do hide children with disability, and that is not a good move. Why? Because we know that when we bring up children, it's a partnership with God. You see, like this minister, Reverend Dawn, who is being passionate about those children who are somehow neglected. She is doing it. They are not her children, but the desire to do God's will and serving God's purpose, trusting His timing, has pushed her, has given her the zeal. What about a parent who is connected by blood? So my appeal is that do not hide that child. Do not oppress that child. The only thing you can do is to give them hope. I had a quote of someone saying, "You don't beat a dying dog." The meaning is, you don't beat the oppressed person, you revive the hope. The only best thing you can do is to revive the hope. And so to the parents, to the guardians, to the caregivers, please It's not easy, but be passionate. Know that God has a purpose. God has a purpose for it all. And so the only thing you can do is to let God use you as a masterpiece. And also I can remember, like my colleague and others, they are peers influencers of Christ. They passionately go and give the word, even to those disabled. The passion, showing that we are serving God's purpose. We must be serious about how God wants us to live, not how we can see, not what we are seeing, but what God wants us to do. So parents, guardians, and all involved, let us give hope. Let us not take hope away, but please give hope. Give hope to the one that seemingly losing hope and courage, and the journey will continue. Yeah, we'll continue serving God's purpose.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, one last, maybe the last or maybe the second last. What have you gained apart from now the skills of sign language? What have you gained in this line of interacting with the deaf community?
I've gained friendship. Friendship can never be bought. Friendship is wonderful. And making someone have a sense of belonging. When you know how to communicate, for instance, if you understand my language, even when a small kid talks to me, the mother or the father or the guardian talks to the kid, and the kid seemingly feels the connection, so there is a sense of fulfillment. The same case when it comes to the deaf community and those with special needs. When you communicate to them in a manner that they understand, in a language that they understand, they feel the sense of belonging, and you become their friend. And you know more. It's interesting. Sign language is also an art. Interaction in an art is an art, and you enjoy anything artistic you enjoy. And also, more to that, you make friendship, you give a sense of belonging, and you make them have a better life. You can only have a little heaven down here by good communication. Yes.
What is your take for a guardian, a parent, a relative that is molesting or mistreating the deaf? You know, the deaf are the highly abused group of the persons with disability, because this person cannot talk. It's hard to express their feelings, and they are molested, they are sexually assaulted, they are beaten back at home, they are discouraged. So what can you advise on the people who are doing such things to such kids?
Oh yes, it's very unfortunate that most people are going through what you've just said. Yes, from personal experience, even being oppressed by people who you trust, the nuclear family oppressing you. They even talk about you when you are just there, just because they think you are not hearing. But they can even feel your presence in their life. They can even feel that you don't love them. They may not hear from the ear, but their emotions are connected. So do not hurt their emotions. Do not hurt them physically, emotionally, intellectually, or psychologically, even spiritually. You can only build them, but do not hurt.
Okay, thank you very much. One word for the world, the people out there. One word for any person that is will watch this video, and you will teach us maybe 3 signs that will help us. Yeah. Please.
So what I say is that let us serve God's purpose and trust God's timing. Those are even more than 3 signs. Outside the world, the outside world, and all the people hearing and seeing us, please let us serve God's purpose, trust His timing. You can only make a better environment. That is what God has called us for, to fulfill His purpose and trust His timing.
Thank you very much, our viewers. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and may God bless you out there. Thank you.